Hey there, trophy hunters. We're back at it again tonight. We're going to be dealing with the 4 p.m. again a little bit this evening. And what I'd like to talk about in particular is, let's just go for something simple. Let's go for something basic. Let's just learn about it. Let's check out the endpoint adjustments. Now, something that's happened, if you're used to older systems, typically when you'd set an endpoint, you didn't always have the capability of setting either side separately of that endpoint adjustment. We've had this for quite some time. The 4 p.m. does it really well, as most of the Futaba radios do now. And just to avoid any confusion with that, let's touch base and talk a little bit about that right here on Trophy Hunter Series. Let's get it done. I'm going to go ahead and turn on 4 p.m. And I'm going to go ahead and scroll over to, let's see, endpoint adjustment. Where are we? Let's take a look. There we are. Menu 1, endpoint. I'm going to go ahead and center press this button. There we are. You can see I've actually got some numbers in here from before, but let's go ahead and talk a little bit about that. One of the things that's important to note with this radio, something that you have a couple ways to get to both sides of this endpoint adjustment. One would be to watch that highlighted area, turn the wheel left or right to be able to select between left and right, or press the button left or right to scroll between those two. So I don't know, I guess there's two different ways to do it, and going ahead and working the wheel is fine. If you were to scroll down to the throttle, it would be the same thing. You can use the throttle to scroll between those two. The second you let go of that or there, it'll stay, or again, you can scroll through here. Pretty basic. Works nice. Now, to be able to make a change to that, here we are, left steering. I'm going to go ahead and use this. There's a plus and a negative key around the ring of the center button. And if you push the plus, of course, we've got the number that climbs. If I was to go over to the right and I wanted less, I could set less. And this is all about optimizing servo deflection or rudder deflection or throttle throw or whatever it is. You know, you'd want to be able to take, and so you didn't bind a surface, or maybe the boat is really hot in the corners and you want to tame that down. This is not dual rates, and that's a separate function. This is just setting an endpoint. We mostly use that in boating so we don't bind anything and or have a better baseline for steering deflection and how much we need to get the boat around the corner. Some boats require very little rudder movement. Some require more. So again, we're able to scroll between the two. And then once there, we can either increase or decrease by pressing the chrome ring button, positive, not negative. And when we're done with that, you don't have to enter or save or anything like that. You're just going to push the end button. You're back into the menus, and you can go to the next menu, whatever you happen to choose. To get out of that, again, push end, and you're back at the racing screen. So setting the endpoints, that's for every channel that this system offers. If you were using a third channel mixer, or if you were using a mixture control on your third channel, you'd be able to go ahead and, let's say you had it on the dial, you'd be able to change the endpoints of that mixture control. Does that all make sense? So again, this is just some very basic rudimentary stuff with this radio system, but you can see completely adjustable, very clean, very simple. So just don't give up on it. Take your time with it. I rather enjoy this radio. It's lightweight. It performs extremely well. And so anyway, just thought we'd talk a little bit about it. Until next time, Trophy Hunter. We'll talk later. Bye.